Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is my 10 on the 10th card collab video. This is a collab that I host every month, myself and anyone who wants to participate. We just put up our videos at around noon Eastern time on the 10th of each month. This is just a little collab that I started several years ago to kind of help people get a head start on the holiday season and the card making and everything, just to help build your stash so you're ready to go when the holidays roll around to you. Now for this month, I'd actually looked on Pinterest real fast before I made these cards. I was just wanting to see if I could find any good inspiration ideas for masculine Christmas cards. And there was a card image that I saw. I didn't actually open the pen, so I don't know if it was just the picture or if it was an actual like a tutorial or any kind of like a blog or something. All it was a card with a large oval circle of glitter paper, and there was like a large deer head, like the torso, like the bust of a deer. And I thought that would be a cute card. And it reminded me that I had some deer stickers as well, but I didn't realize I had forgotten they were itty bitty. Now these deer are from, let me see if I can find my package here. They were purchased on clearance from Hobby Lobby, and I don't even think they were in the Christmas stuff. It just says deer heads puffy, and there are 24 pieces. But as soon as I saw them, actually I found them in my stash when I was going through stickers a while back and trying to organize a little. I actually found these and I thought they'd be perfect on Christmas cards, so I put them in with my Christmas stash. And so I don't even have any idea when I got them. I've probably had them for a couple years, but I finally got around to using them. And I also used a really pretty pad of paper that I'm assuming it's from Walmart since it's the Collab brand. And it's this pad here, Mad for Plaid designer paper. And it's got 25 unique designs, and I think there's either 2 or 3. Let me see here. There's 3 of each pattern. So, but it says there's 50 sheets. The math to me does not. Well, one of those had 2 patterns. Maybe I had it had 3 sheets. Maybe I had a bonus sheet in there. I think there's supposed to be 2 of each sheet, which would make sense. 2 of 25 designs would be 50 sheets. But I wanted to kind of pull some of the patterns that would look good with gold. And if I had been smart and made it easy on myself, I would have stuck with one of the patterns, because there's plenty of paper to make 10 cards. Probably, I don't know if 1 sheet of paper would have done it. I cut my card bases out of craft, and I just made them 4 inches wide by 5 1/4 tall. So I know it's not an actual A2 size because it's 4 1/4, 5 1/2 is an A2, but I just wanted it to be somewhat like a little bit narrower. And I just like the size of this card. I think it turned out really, really cute. So the pattern papers that I went with are these 5 here, and they all have like a yellowy gold collar in there. I love that one with the blue and the red and yellow, and how the colors kind of bleed into each other as they overlap. And it did have white in most of these. There's some like white stripes. This one, it looks like a flannel, yellow and blue. And I think I've actually seen flannel pants like this. Every year I get my daughter's dad like a couple pairs of flannel pants, and I think I've gotten him a pair that looks just like that. And I know I've gotten him a pair like this, red and black and white, and this also has yellow stripes through it. And then this one is more, not really masculine, but I just love the colors. I love that pinkish tint, like pinkish tone. where it kind of gets red and the red mixes with the white and it sort of has some pink shades in there, or sort of looks pink. I love this. This is probably my favorite one of the whole pad of paper. So anyways, I went with those 5 colors, and I was able to use my new punch from Stampin' Up. I think it's called Wavy Circle Punch. I'm not sure if that's the exact name of it. That's what I call it, Wavy Circle. I just used a 2-inch plain circle punch, and then this, I'm not sure what size it is, probably like 1.5 maybe. Just this plain circle punch, and it's just a little lever type, like, yeah, one of those little levers that you just like squeeze the handle on. And then I just added a little, 1 piece of foam tape. I use the Scotch foam, which I get from my hardware store, and it's not very expensive. It's like $12 or $13 for a gigantic roll of it. Lasts me a while, but I like it because it's not super thick. Like, there it is. It just gives a little touch of dimension. And then put my gold Merry Christmas sticker across here, and of course some gold bling. Now I'm really kind of a little bit sad because I was trying to find some more of this at Hobby Lobby, and I don't know that they carry it anymore. These gold round gemstones. I love the color. It's sort of a brassy gold. It's not that real bright, shiny yellow gold. It's more of like an antique gold. But they don't have very many of the long sheets of gemstones anymore. It's mostly like the smaller packs, and they have like the big old multi sizes of gems, packs that have multi colors together. Could not find this, so I'm gonna have to start looking around. Maybe Amazon or someone will have some gold gemstones that I will like, but I still have a good bit left, but I use them a lot. And so I used those on each end of the Merry Christmas. And then for this strip in the middle, I just took, this white here was, I believe, 1 inch wide. And it was the same width as the card base, or the card mat, the first mat. And so I just went a 1/4 inch in for the pattern paper, and then another 1/4 inch. So this middle strip here is 1/2 inch. And I cut them all to be the same length. In fact, in order to make sure that the edges all lined up really good, I just took tape and like ran it straight down the middle, put my pattern paper, and then on top of that ran a piece of my ATG right down the middle, added this white, and then I just flipped it over upside down like that, so I could, just snip off the edge, and then it lined up perfectly on the card front. And I love how this turned out. With this all different layers. I think the white in between, with the pattern paper in between the white, just has a nice look to it. So that's what all of these cards, this is the same style. And I did add a few dots of what is this stuff called? Art glitter glue, because these were not very sticky, and they were just like, I just barely touch it and they were just like popping off. So I just put a few little dots like up and down the back of the sticker. And so now they are good and secured. So there's 2 of each pattern, but of course, because of being plaid, and each card, even though they have the same colors, they're a little bit different from each other. And then also was able to cut out my circles out of scraps from where I cut off 1 strip of the paper to make these 2 mats here. I had enough paper left over to do my 2 circles and to do the 2 pieces of paper on the sentiment strip. And on the inside, I just matted with some white cardstock. So that's what this style is. So there's the 2 that are in the blue and yellow plaid. And then I've got 2 in this really pretty green and yellow. And there again, it's the same pattern, same piece of paper, but because they were cut from obviously different sections of the paper, the pattern is a little bit different. Here it's got 1 strip of the yellow down the side, and here it's got sort of 2. so it makes them unique. Don't have two identical cards. Now these are kind of identical because it's a more of an even plaid design, but this is my favorite. I love those collars. Think it's so gorgeous, and love how that gold deer looks on this pinkish red, yellow, blue. Even has a little touch of purple down there from the blue and the pink and the crossing each other, blue, red, pink, whatever you want to call it. Kind of overlapping there. Turns it a little bit purpley looking. And up there at the top, some different purpley squares. So absolutely love this color. This would be good for Easter cards too, because of the pastel, more pastelish colors in this paper. And then there's this one. I think this one is super pretty as well. Reminds me of like a flannel, or not a flannel, but just like a long sleeved plaid shirt. I think all the patterns in this paper pad are really, really pretty. And I wouldn't have even remembered having that if I hadn't been going through my paper pads like a month or so back. And I ran across this one and I didn't even remember getting it. So luckily I knew that I wanted to use this, and I was able to go right to it now because I actually knew that I had it. And so there's those two cards, and then this one is actually the more like traditional looking colors with the red and sort of black and just the more Christmassy looking pattern, I think. But I really love how all of these look with the deer heads and the bling and the Merry Christmas sentiment. So that is what I have come up with for this month. And it was all inspired from a card, which this looks absolutely nothing like the card that I saw on Pinterest. But just seeing that one card image, I guess, was enough to get my brain wheels in motion and come up with the design that I was able to throw together really quickly. I was probably able to get these all made in about an hour and a half, I'd say. So not very long at all. And I've just recently bought some envelopes at Hobby Lobby, and I'm hoping, because they're kind of like multi-collars, it's got 50 A2 envelopes, and I'm hoping that because it's got just red, orange, yellow, sort of a dark teal, and a more turquoisey color, that I can hopefully find something that'll work with these. Maybe the yellow would work, or I believe I might have just some A2 craft envelopes, maybe, or I could just use white. So any color would work for these, white, craft, or one of the colors out of the pattern paper. And then I'll be 10 more cards done for my Christmas season this year, which is hard to believe that this is now the video for May. And my daughter reminded me the other day that Hobby Lobby will do their Christmas in July. That's only 2 months away, and I'm so excited when they start putting out Christmas stuff. I know people think I'm crazy because I run through the aisles saying, "It's Christmas! It's Christmas!" I try to embarrass her, but I started just like, oh my gosh. I get so excited when I start seeing the Christmas stuff come out at Hobby Lobby. But anyways, I'd like to thank everyone for stopping by and watching this video. And I hope you all have a great day wherever you are at. And I'll see everyone in my next video. Take care.